Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Saturday. It's the 29th of February 2020. Gonna look at the featured 8th race from Aqueduct, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And remember to go check out my Fountain of Youth preview video today from Gulfstream, also my Saudi Cup preview video. But let's get to the 8th race from Aqueduct. It's a great race. I love the distance. The 8th race from Aqueduct, it is the Bernardini Stakes, purse $100,000, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses entered to go the unique distance of ground of 2,100 meters, or the distance of ground of mile 5/16 on the Aqueduct main track. 2,100 meters, a mile 5/16 main track. And this is only since before last year. The last mile 5/16 race at Aqueduct was 2004. Then you had a long 15-year break, and then they created this race last year with the trip. Royal Albert Hall won it very easily on a very snowy day, or a snowy morning. I remember that day very well, and he won it on a very slow track. It's a great trip. It's the kind of race. It's basically, I would guess, the beginning of the marathon series here in New York. Next up would be the Flat Out. Then you go to the Brooklyn, and then to the Birdstone at Saratoga, and then that race they have in the fall, I think they call it the Jockey Club Invitational. But it's a perfect stepping stone for those races. Also, it's the kind of race those marathoners could cut back, and those horses that could go a mile and eighth, maybe a mile and a quarter, could go up a little bit and see what they could do. And it's that perfect in the middle kind of distance, and I like it. And Aqueduct's only is one of the few tracks that they can run this trip, so it's even better. But the top selection here, I'm going to take the one horse Backside of the Moon. I'm going to go 1-9-2-4 in the superfecta, 1-9-2-4 super. Top selection of one horse Backside of the Moon, 8-year-old gelding by Malibu Moon. Robert Claceris trains one. Edgar Prado, the veteran, comes in from South Florida to get the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 25th of January here at Aqueduct on the slab, mile Nathan to Jazzle. He finished second by 5 lengths that day. He sat back early, had a little bit of a turn of foot behind Mr. Buff, but he outran his odds, I thought, at 20-1. 2 back in the Queens County at Aqueduct, mile 8th, 21st of December. He finished 4th by 1 3/4 lengths, and again, he was moving late, a little bit wide, but it was nothing bad about that run. And then before that at Aqueduct on the slab, 1 mile in the optional 100. Claimed out of that race for the 100, by the way. But he won by a neck. He stalked, he got the lead, and they just went off to a very nice victory. He has run at this marathon, distances in the past. Actually ran the Brooklyn a few times, and he was doing well in them. He loves Aqueduct. His last few races have been nicely run. We'll get a good trip from the inside. Edgar Prado up is not half bad either. I'm going to take him here at 7-2. I also think you have to use the 9-horse heavy roller on your multi-race ticket. This 6-year-old gelding by Malibu Moon. Rabbit Trask trains this one. Jorge Vargas Jr. gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came in late January in a 1-mile start allowance race, 25,000. He finished second by 9.5 lengths. It was very wide that day, but he was mowing him down late. I thought he ran terrific place there. Before that, at Aqueduct, a mile 8th on the stop and claiming 50, 4th of January. He won by 4. He sat back early, got the lead, and then he took off clear. Another very good run. He's a horse. He loves going the mile on the 8th trip. Going up to mile 5/16 shouldn't be a problem. And I think at 6:20 he'll get a good trip. He's the kind of horse at the end of next month you're going to see the Stud Muffin Stakes. This year, like last year, it was run at mile 3/8 for the first time. This year it'll be run at mile 3/8 again. It's one of those starter stakes for those claiming horses. It looks like he fits the condition there, and it wouldn't surprise me if you see this horse end up in that race and probably go off as a favorite and probably win easily. But I think here in the Bernardini, facing some good stakes horses, I think the distance should be well. I'm going to use him there. And talking about the 2-horse quickly, that's your wise guy horse, the 2-horse Patagonia. This 4-year-old colt by Strong Mandate. Jonathan Thomas trains one. His first start in the Thomas barn came New Year's Eve, going a mile and eighth on the slop and a lounge race, 70,000. He won by a neck that day. Was very wide, but he got the victory late. But the problem with him is I don't like the weight between races with him. Then he ran second at Keelan, and then actually broke the main at Monmouth, going 6 furlongs, but was finished second, but was placed first due to disqualification as a horse nearly came in this horse in the top lane. Probably would have won such a small margin. But I don't like the weight breaks. I don't like the break between the races. But off the pedigree, I think he can win. So we'll use him as the wise guy play here. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Aqueduct, it's the Bernardini Stakes. We'll take the one horse Backside of the Moon as the top selection. We'll go 1-9-2-4 in the superfecta, 1-9-2 in the multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.